Hey guys, I haven't seen that many movies, but my husband has, and we usually play this game where I try to guess what a movie is based on what I've seen and based on what I've heard, and that's exactly what we're going to be doing.
We're going to be doing episode 4, which is the first movie ever made.
What? This is my husband.
Hi, I'm the husband.
So, in this episode...
It's the first movie.
The first movie... Okay, so Luke and his dad... his uncle, they own a spaceship repair shop. And R2-D2 usually hangs out and he chills out and he helps make ships and he basically runs the shop with Luke. And one day, his uncle comes up to Luke while he's fixing a ship and he's like, Luke, you're gonna own this garage place one day. You're gonna help me make ships. And Luke is like, no, I don't want to make ships, Uncle. I want to explore the world. And his uncle's really disappointed and he's like, no, I don't want you to explore the world. I want you to come out and I want you to help me with the garage. That's how we make money. And then Luke gets really upset and he storms out and then R2-D2 talks to him and he shows him this vision. And in this vision, that's Leia. Leia is like, Luke, I need your help. Please help me. Or does she say Luke?
I can't tell you.
Okay, I think she says, like, somebody please help me. And Luke's like, oh my god, this is my calling. I need to do this. So the uncle walks in and he sees, like, Luke talking to R2-D2 and he's like, what are you doing? And he's like, I'm gonna save a princess. And he's like, the Princess Leia? And he's like, yeah, she needs help. And he's like, oh my goodness, we need to help her out if this is true. You must be... Fuck, I feel like I don't know where I'm going with this. Okay.
You got it.
Okay. And he's like, we need to help Princess Leia. And he's like, I know. So they get into their space car and they drive over to like this, to this rocket place. And a guy comes up and he knows these are like the bad guys. They're the Jedis. Or they're the anti-Jedis. And they shut up. Okay, and they come up to him and they're like, hey, are you guys these droids? We're looking for droids. They got a message and it was an evil message. And they're like, no. And his uncle uses the Force and he says, these aren't the droids you're looking for. And they walk away and they weren't the droids he was looking for. Also, I forgot, he picks up a golden man, which I believe is Obi-Wan Kenobi or something like that. Okay, and Luke and his uncle and the two droids fly out into space. And when they fly out into space, there's like this space bar. And Luke and his uncle will go in there. And his uncle says to Luke, you'll never see a place more ridden with scum than at this bar. And basically, they see Han Solo at a bar. And he's like drinking. And they're like, oh, that guy, he's a really good hunter. Let's hire him. And he's like, okay, I'll let you guys hire me, but only if you guys take my best friend Chewie with you. And he's like, okay, fine. And then this guy tries to pick a fight with him, and then Han Solo shoots him in the face. They escape into a ship, and they fly out to the moon, and then it turns around, and there's a giant hole, which apparently they enter. And when they enter inside of the hole, they secretly enter Jabba the Hutt's room, and they see Princess Leia. She was in danger. She was with Jabba the Hutt. He's like, Leia, I'm here to save you. And for some reason, she's like, Luke, is that you? He knows her. And she knows him. He takes her, and he runs, and Han Solo shoots people. And they run into, like, this room, and Darth Vader is eating dinner or something. And Darth Vader is like, you interrupted my dinner. And he's about to use the Force, where he lifts people up into the sky and chokes them. Luke battles him, and he stops him. They use the Force against each other. They're fighting really bad. At one point, since they're fighting so bad, they end up like on this cliff. And he's like, you killed my father. I'm not going to be with you. And he's like, Luke, I am your father. And he's like, no! And he gets really upset, and he kills Darth Vader with the Force. I feel like Yoda's in here somewhere, but I don't know where, so... Okay, so they go back home, but there's a bunch of Ewoks. They're all like, Houdini! Celebrating that Luke and...
Chris Angel!
that Luke and Leia are safe, and the uncle was like, we didn't blow up the Death Star yet. He's gonna kill us. They're gonna come after us. And I guess Darth Vader's still alive. So that's the next movie.
Roll credits. I feel like that's how the story should have been told. You want a rating?
Yeah, give me a rating. Well, tell me. Okay, I think I was like at about.
I will admit that every character you mentioned does exist.
Okay. In
the Star Wars universe at some point in time.
Okay.
So, kudos on that. Everything else, I'm pretty sure was wrong. I would say like a 3, just for getting their names right. It's like if you take the SAT, 1/4 of it is just writing your name. All those times you laughed, it was just me that I couldn't stop giggling.
Your face. I could see your face. I pictured it perfectly. I feel like in my mind this was a really good Star Wars, but I don't know what you're seeing. It was all amazing, but I just didn't know how to put it together, so
I think you did a good job.
Well, thank you. And that's the end of it for this episode. I think we're going to be doing episode 4 and 6 or whatever. 5 and 6?
Sure, 4 and 6.
Okay. And oh no, I forgot the Metal Man.
It's okay. I'm sure he still exists somewhere.
Okay.